La música no feliz. El accidente grande. El baby flap.
She's okay. She is very resilient. Babies are.
Peggy, you don't want a coconut, do you?
This is not totally appropriate, Joshua. You're in a hospital, not a hammock.
Hello, it's so wonderful to meet you both. I'm so excited to chat about this movie today, which I think is really, really interesting.
Oh, thanks.
Ew.
So my first question for you, Aparna, is your character is someone who is very fundamentally, like on a core level, changed by the experience of motherhood, which is part of the larger themes of this film, right? You know, changes in identity that we have over the course of our lives. And I'm wondering if you could speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what honestly first drew me to the character is just like the thought of like, how can a person fundamentally change in such a 180 way? What about motherhood kind of sends me on this path? And I think that just that theme of like, what do we expect from mothers? What do we expect from ourselves as parents? And I'm not a parent, but kind of getting to play with that and explore that as an actor was just really hooked me because I had never gotten to do something similar before. And also Mia's just kind of a wild card, and that felt fun.
Yes,
to say the least.
Definitely. Now, Jennifer, you as Mia's partner, well, her sort of realization about her partner is a bit more of a slow burn than Manny and Lex experience following the infamous drop. She's dealing with the fact that the woman she is about to marry, another big life change, is become a different person. Can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it definitely makes Peggy feel nervous and unsettled. She, and I think even beyond how it affects their relationship, Peggy loves Mia. She doesn't want her to feel this anxiousness or this need to kind of like viscerally protect her through, guns and violence. I think it's really, I think Peggy feels very comfortable and confident as a mother, and maybe that's her background as an OBGYN. She has a lot of experience with babies. She probably came from a very different background, but more than anything, she just wants her wife to feel okay in this world. And that's like a big mission for Peggy, I think. Just how do I help her feel comfortable and confident in this world and that everything's going to be okay? Because it is.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things I love about this is even though it's kind of talking about complicated relationships and it is funny and there are some dark humor to it, I don't think it's especially cynical about love and human connection. And that's what lifts it for me very much so. And I think Aparna, despite sort of the foundation shaking changes that are happening in the relationship, your two story ends especially sweetly to me. And I'm curious what you think the film is talking about when it comes to the nature of love.
Yeah, I mean, I think it does a really good job of exploring how none of us are really the same over the course of our lives. Like when we meet as friends in college versus, 15, 20 years later. And also even in a relationship, when you first meet, you're not the same person as you are, 10 years down the line, whether you have kids or whatever other life changes happen with career and whatnot. And just how different relationships and navigate that. Because it's like some are able to kind of realize that maybe the two people we're not compatible anymore, the people we are now. But I think this movie especially like explores kind of the dysfunction that can emerge in relationships and how do you navigate that in the way that kind of still puts love at the heart of it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think this is a very special movie. And it was very fun to see, Jennifer, to see you reunited with Sarah Dina Smith, because Midnight Swim is one of my all-time favorite films. Such a beautiful, beautiful film. Sad you didn't sing in this one, but that's okay. That's okay. Next one. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today. This has been so much fun. And I'm very excited for people to get to finally check out The Drop.
Thanks so much, Rachel.